People ask me all the time to define what a brand is. But I usually find it's more helpful to talk first of all about what a brand isn't, because people have a notion or an illusion, a habit of thinking that the brand is the logo. But the brand isn't the logo. The logo, whether it's a great logo like the linked rings of Audi or the swoosh of Nike, are really just badges that help us to remember the brand. The brand, in fact, is the collection of meanings that we carry around in our heads and our hearts about any given organization or product or service. So, in a sense, brands don't really exist. In a sense, they only exist in our collective consciousness, if you like. And if you take a world-class brand like Nike, they've managed to pull off the great trick of having literally millions and millions of people around the world share a little package of thoughts about them. So when you talk about Nike, and I frequently in my workshops draw the Nike swoosh on a board, without the word, everybody recognizes it. What's even more interesting is they know what it's called. They know it's called a swoosh. But then I ask them what it means. And they always come up with the same package of things. They talk about sports, achievement, they talk about premium, they talk about design and fashion, they talk a little bit about hip-hop culture, that kind of thing. And then someone in the room will always put their hands up and say, what about labour practices in the Far East? So there's an interesting lesson there that actually it's not the people in the boardrooms that own the brands, it's the people on the street that own the brands. Because Nike, of course, would support all the first lot of things about what sports and achievement and so on, but they really don't want people to associate them with negative practices. If I write the words John Lewis on a board, there'll be lots of different words, but they come down to three fundamental meanings: quality, service, and value. And then someone in the room will put up their hands and say, and partnership, which isn't a negative, but it's an interesting thing because we don't usually care about what the ownership structure of a shop is. But we do care about what the ownership structure of John Lewis is because they've made us care. And it gives us this extra little bit of comfort about that brand that makes us think they must be terribly nice people because they share their business with all their staff. So brand is about meaning. And then I apply that when I'm working with brands large and small by trying to drill down to what is it you want to be seen as in the world? What do you want your positioning to be? What do you want your style of interaction to be? What do you want people to feel about you? What do you want people to tell other people about you? And it's only when you drill down that far that you get to the heart of creating a brand. Once you've created the brand, you can then start to talk about marketing. You can start to talk about all the marketing disciplines. But you have to sort the brand out first. Otherwise, you're marketing something that has no meaning. That's what a brand is.